Hi everyone, my name is Tara. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And for those of you that do not know me, I am a quantum healing hypnosis practitioner and spiritual guide. And today I wanted to share with you a little bit of insight that came through in one of my recent QHHT sessions. Sometimes such awesome information comes through, insights, aha moments, smacks on the smack in the head, smack in the face, that it's only fair, I feel like, that I share some of these wonderful tidbits with everyone. So we'll call the client Mary just to maintain confidentiality. But Mary had some old wounds that were coming up for her that she kind of felt like were playing out in her life, in her relationships. Her father was an alcoholic. But she felt like she, loved him, knew he loved her. He was not like a mean drunk or a nasty drunk or anything like that. But she has come to realize that she did feel like he had been choosing alcohol over her for most of her life. And then he passed when she was a teenager. And so she kind of was holding on to some resentment, to some anger, always feeling like she wasn't enough of a priority to be loved. And so that was one of the things that she wanted to work through in her most recent QHHT session with me. So we went through the past life and all of that. And so at this point, she's connected to the higher self. And so I'm having a conversation with the higher self or the subconscious, whatever you want to call it. And I asked, why that was coming up for her, where those feelings of feeling like she wasn't enough of a priority to be loved, where did those come from? Was that something coming from this life, or was it from a past life? And the higher self told her that it was from a past life. That was the first time, that she ever experienced it. It was not just in this life, it was in a past life where this had been happening to her before, and she was kind of carrying it forward. So not only did she experience it again in this life, but it was residual, like energetically she was still holding on to that. So I asked the higher self to explain it to her. Where does this come from? Can you tell her what it was all about? And the higher self said that it would be best to show her. So it did. And it showed her a life where she was an orphan and she was in an orphanage, and everyone around her was getting adopted. Everyone around her was finding a family, but she wasn't finding a family of her own. And so she, that made her feel jealousy, rage, anger, and she never got adopted. She never was able to find a family in that lifetime. And so she carried those feelings of like anger and rage and jealousy. She carried those forward in her aura, so energetically in her aura. And, I was asking the higher self, what does she need to understand? Like, what was the purpose for her to carry those things forward? And the higher self said, and this is what I thought was so amazing, that she should have, or well, should is not the greatest word. The higher self would have preferred her to view the successes of others as success for herself. And she never did that. She, again, saw it as jealousy, as rage, because it was happening for everyone else, but it wasn't happening for her. And when I asked the higher self, what do you mean, to view their successes as her successes? It said that when that happens to us, the energy is all around us. And we should see that. So we should see other people's successes as our own successes, and having that energy all around us means that it's on its way for us. And I thought that was so powerful, because I feel like we have, for whatever reason, been taught to, compete with each other or compare ourselves to each other. And really, and this is not oddly enough, that's not the first time that I've heard that. So, what we really should be doing is, when we see other people having the success that we want, attaining the goals that we have for ourselves, getting the, whatever it is, like you say you want to get a new car and you don't think that that's possible for whatever reasons, be that financial or logistical, whatever it is, and then you start to see everyone around you getting new cars. Instead of feeling jealous or anger or rage or whatever that feeling looks like for you, you should be looking at it as though that energy is all around you and it's actually on its way to you. But when we feel those feelings of anger and jealousy and rage or whatever it is, it pushes it further away. So the higher self asks us to look at it from a different angle. And next time that happens to you, next time you say whatever, you want a new job, or you want to move out, or you want to teach a class, whatever it is, like, and then people around you start to do that, look at it in anticipation of what you want is on the way to you, instead of looking at it as like, oh, this is happening for everybody else but not me, because that jealousy slows that energy down. So it was really just such a beautiful thing. And again, it's not the first time I've heard it, but I guess I needed to hear it because it really stuck with me this time. It really stuck with me. And, I'm sure, as we all are on our journeys, our spiritual journeys, we're learning and growing all the time. And one of the greatest things we can do for ourselves is not compare ourselves to other people, because we are all on our own journey. And, what is good for one person might not be good for the other person. They might not be ready for it, whatever it is. I mean, it's just your journey. So, try not to compare yourself to other people. Try not to wonder, why it's happening for someone else. Why isn't it happening for me? It is happening for you. It's on its way to you. And really, if you go even deeper than that, we are all connected. We are all one. So what is your success is actually also my success. So, it's really just a reminder to just keep that energy going. Keep that energy of anticipation coming up. Keep the energy of jealousy at bay as much as you can, because it does slow things coming to you. We want to be in that anticipation, that gratitude state, gratitude for what's on its way to us, what we already have, and just really stay in that, I don't want to say positive, but just that, like I said, anticipation, just that anticipation that, wow, I'm seeing that all around me. That means it's also on its way to me. And see how much faster things show up for you. The next time that happens, try and stay in that state of anticipation. And I guarantee you, things will come for you faster than if you turn to that jealousy state. So, next time you notice, let me know. Let me know in the comments, have you noticed that happen to you? I certainly have noticed it happen to me throughout my life. And even recently, like I said, on this spiritual journey, there are people that are doing things that I want to be doing. And I've really had to stop myself and, not let myself go down that rabbit hole of like, oh, it's not happening for me. Just knowing that it's on its way for me as well. And not only do I feel better, it just feels better to feel that way. But it is happening. The things that I want to accomplish, I am accomplishing. And I'm sure if I went down that rabbit hole of feeling sorry for myself or feeling, whatever, like I said, just that jealousy feeling, like that's not getting me anywhere except deeper in my own hole. So just try and stay in that anticipation. Know that other people's successes are also your successes. And when you see others getting things that you want, know that it's on its way to you as well. And again, let me know in the comments, when the last time that happened to you was, or if you do try it, let us know what happens. I'd love to have you share. If you think that someone that might benefit from this video, please share, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more wonderful insights from QHHT. Bye for now.